Karl Marx, the father of communism, once famously claimed that religion was the opiate of the masses, when in reality, it's football. There isn't a bigger and more important event in people's lives than the big game. There isn't a bigger bread and circus distracting Americans from issues that actually matter while their gangster government gallops out of control, while they're psychologically sedated with their modern-day gods in this godless world. After all, the Super Bowl is the most viewed television event every year. George Orwell, the author of 1984, had a very interesting and revealing quote about football, where he stated, "Heavy physical work, the care of home and children, petty quarrels with neighbors, films, football, beer, and above all gambling, filled the horizons of people's minds. To keep them in control was not difficult. All that was required of them was a primitive patriotism which could be appealed to whenever it was necessary to make them accept longer working hours or shorter rations. And when they became discontented, as they sometimes did, their discontentment led nowhere, because without general ideas they could only focus it on petty grievances." Petty grievances, sort of like the replacement ref debacle last year. You may recall that America virtually rioted and was in an absolute national uproar after the replacement refs robbed the Green Bay Packers of a victory in a last-second Hail Mary because there was a union labor dispute, a union contract dispute in the NFL amongst the refs. So some replacement refs were brought in, making a terrible call, causing the Green Bay Packers to lose one of their games. So America virtually rioted. The replacement Führer grows. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker even made a statement about it. You know, it is interesting that Walter Camp, the father of American football, was a member of Skull and Bones, the American branch of the Illuminati. Also equally interesting is the fact that James Naismith, the founder of American basketball, was a Freemason. You see, the American public have been fed this false icon-driven bread and circus to keep them distracted. It is the opiate of the masses. Most Americans can tell you more about their favorite football team than they can tell you about the Bill of Rights. They've watched more hours of football virtually than investing their time and energy into anything else. Their love and adoration for the game has made the Super Bowl a virtual holiday in America. It's Super Bowl Sunday! So Karl Marx, claiming that religion is the opiate of the masses, couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, if anything, religion inspires people to stand up against tyrants. Jesus himself was a revolutionary, telling people to go and sell some of their clothes and buy a sword for self-defense if they did not have one, breaking the chains of the spiritual supremacists, the modern-day Pharisees of his time, only to then have the Vatican and the Catholic Church come and gather and hide the teachings of Jesus and try to package it up and sell it and distort it, to try to keep people ignorant, just the same way that the ancient Pharisees did. So, no, Karl Marx, who really was a secretary, commissioned by a secret society, the League of the Just, an arm of the Illuminati, to write the Communist Manifesto. In the very Communist Manifesto that I had to purchase in college for a history class, in one of the prefaces, it admits, written by Karl Marx, that he and Engels were commissioned by the secret society, the League of the Just, to write down the philosophy of communism. You know, his buddy Barack Obama is carrying on the tradition. Americans have become so out of touch that in one of my recent Man on the Street Monday petition videos, I got them to sign a petition to put Karl Marx on the ballot for 2016. I just told Obama supporters that Obama has endorsed Karl Marx for the next president, but we still needed some signatures, and so they gladly signed their name and birthday to approve of Karl Marx, the father of communism, to be the next president, showing how out of touch they are. But I'll bet you they could name the quarterback for virtually every football team in America. I bet they could spew the latest statistics and who got injured and who threw this pass and all the personal lives of their celebrity football stars. But yet these people don't even know who Karl Marx is, have lost touch with reality. It has been supplemented with a fictionalized, Illuminati-themed and controlled, icon-based mind control. It's mainstream mind control. It is this absolute corporate control for the dumb and dim-witted dirtbags, the idiotic imbeciles in the population, the stupid, psychologically sedated, sewer-sipping swine, the satanic scumbags, the mainstream media listening morons. So, I just put this out there for people to question their own priorities. Football, the most important thing in life. Football ruins people's Mondays. If their team loses on the weekend, it ruins their whole week. You know, you'll see your friends posting on Facebook about a play that was botched, about a bad call that was made by the refs. But are they tweeting about the Bill of Rights being destroyed? Are they tweeting or posting on Facebook about Obama, the drone-dropping devil, just killing countless people with his radio-controlled murder machines, the drones, the UAVs, the unmanned aerial vehicles? No, that's not important enough for them to go and get mad about and post on Facebook, but they get mad about their team losing or one of the refs making a bad call, costing their team a couple yards, man. Oh, I'm going to go and vent on Facebook. My team's going to lose, man. No, but they're not venting about their freedoms being destroyed. They're not venting about the invisible empire, the Illuminati icons controlling their government. No, they're not reading a book about the Federal Reserve. They're not reading any books about the Skull and Bones secret society. They're reading Sports Illustrated, man. Pumped up these Illuminati icons in the mainstream, these false gods. They're literally idols that people worship. They worship them. So, have a good football season, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Oh, I won't even get into the Illuminati halftime rituals. Just go and look that up on my YouTube channel. Baphomet, Bimbo, Beyonce, and the Hollywood harlot Madonna the previous year. Anyway, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Thanks for watching. Check out some of the previous videos, the playlists, the Man on the Street Mondays, where I go out and talk to your average football fan, just to show you what happens when you're so focused on these sports figures that you have forgotten your own history, that people simply just do not care. Here in the USA, it's the United States of apathy. They bread and circus buffoons out there. So anyway, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. There's new videos coming soon.